So the project that I'm currently in the middle of is building a box blind for deer hunting. And the next step for that, I've got the panels all constructed, is to paint everything black, particularly on the inside, so the deer don't see you against the back of the blind. And to make that job easier, painting a whole bunch of panels that are already constructed, I decided to buy an airless paint sprayer. So this video will be the unboxing and first use of the Graco Magnum X5 airless paint sprayer. Should be a short video because it says fully assembled and ready to paint. It lists a few things you might want to have as well, which I already have on hand. Nice little quick reference guide. Nice that it's all laminated in plastic, so that should stand up well, something you can refer back to in use. The more detailed manual, which I confess I will probably never read. The sprayer itself comes out as a unit. The gun, which is actually already even installed on the hose, so minimizing the amount of wrenching I have to do right off the bat. That's good. Take off this little tag. Important step before using. Please flush out any fluid with water before using. I think I would have done that anyway. So spray, and if you want to unclog it, you just turn this back and forth, is what they're saying. They include a jar of the Pump Armor storage freeze protection for airless pumps. I'm actually replacing an old airless pump that I had, which I just could not get to prime, and I'm suspicious that I didn't store it correctly and freeze and thaw damaged it, so I will try and do better with this one because they're not cheap. It was not a cheap mistake to make. Cut off warning labels. I think this is pretty straightforward. I think it's a matter of attach this hose to sprayer. The hose has got some more flex in it than the hose I had in my previous sprayer. That should make it a little nicer to use. That's going to connect to here. There's a little protective cap on this. If needed, connect hose to gun. I don't have to connect the hose to gun. Connect hose to sprayer and tighten. Now they don't say to use thread tape, but I'm going to. I got a little of this silicone tape that I will put on here just to minimize any chance of leakage. 3/4. Yeah, symmetric something, but 3/4 works. I have adjustable wrenches. That's probably tight enough. All right, pretty straightforward. Short cord. This obviously goes into your paint can, or looks like it would accommodate a 5-gallon bucket nicely. This is the prime and paint. Flip it up to prime, down to spray. It's got different settings for high spray. Start here, roll, so it's got different flow. It's like a flow control valve here. My other one didn't have that. Push to prime feature, on off power button. Pretty straightforward. I guess we'll stick this in a gallon of water. Give it a try. Okay, so I'm outside where I intend to be to do this job. I got a 5-gallon bucket full of some water. The intake hose is in that. Flip this little knob to prime. It seems to be working well. I ran it on prime until it looked like there were no bubbles in the outflow hose. Squeezed the trigger a little bit to see if it would push water through the hose. Now we flip it to paint. And now it only runs when you run the sprayer. I've got a panel here as a stand-in, scrap of plywood as a stand-in for the panels I want to paint. And I probably want to turn this horizontal for my spray pattern. Yeah. All right. Works good with water. Water is not the point. We will get out some paint and do a test spray with the paint. The sprayer made quick work of painting all these panels. That would have taken forever with a brush, especially with all the details on the inside. Since this was a water-based latex paint, cleanup was easy. Now, I neglected to record that, but it took about 10 minutes with a garden hose and some soapy water and a scrub brush. So far, I'm really happy with this paint sprayer. I found it really easy to set up and use, and it worked great right out of the box. Thanks for watching.